Good morning, Apollo Baptist Church, and all of the others who are watching this vlog. I hear stories about people watching it, and very honestly, it surprises me that anyone knows about it, but I'm grateful. And I do pray that our time together is used of God in order to direct all of our hearts to Him. Um, Today is not Monday. Normally I do this vlog on Monday, but Pastor Gary and his wife and family uh, were able to go to Hawaii in order to see his sister, his brother-in-law, his mom, and his dad, all of which are going to be going to the mission field a little sooner than they had thought. And so this week was the only time Pastor Gary, Rezwana, and their children could go. So they're there, they're having a good time. Pastor Gary did the vlog on Monday that I normally do and asked me if I would do the vlog that he typically does later in the week. So today is Thursday. It is March 4th. And I want to focus in Isaiah 30. I know Pastor Gary looked at verses 8 through 12 and about how the children of Israel were so rebellious and so defiant and did not want to hear the word of the prophets. In fact, they told the prophets, "Speak words that are smooth, easy to hear. Don't tell us things that we don't want to hear." That is a common problem with us who sin, which is all of us. We want to hear things that make us happy, not necessarily things that are right. But God does not quit working in our lives. And I want to pick up in verse 15 of that same chapter. And this is what it says. And I'm reading out of the New Living Translation. It's a little easier to understand, especially when you're not spending hours studying it. Just to read and flow, it really is kind of a fun translation. It says, "This is what the sovereign Lord, the Holy One of Israel, says. Only in returning to me and resting in me will you be saved." Wow. "In quietness and confidence is your strength, but you would have none of it. You said, 'No, we will get our help from Egypt. They will give us swift horses for riding into battle.' But the only swiftness you're going to see is the swiftness of your enemies chasing you. One of them will chase 1,000 of you. 5 of them will make all of you flee. You will be left like a lonely flagpole on a hill, or a tattered banner in a distant mountaintop." It doesn't work when we pursue our source of strength from anyone other than God. But what a passionate plea from the Lord. "Only in returning to me and resting in me will you be saved." Oh, God is still saying that to you and me. He so longs for you and me to turn to Him and be rescued. Rescued from all that the enemy has tormented us with, promising to give us freedom when in fact all we are is more so enslaved. And so then he goes to verse 18. "So the Lord must wait for you to come to Him." Is that a crazy thought? So many places in the Bible talks about us waiting, which is more than a time period. It does involve time, but it is an attitude of the heart. It is a dependency upon God. But here, in this passage, God is waiting. So the Lord must wait for you to come to Him, so He can show you His love and compassion. for the Lord is a faithful God. Blessed are those who will wait for his help. Oh, what a conversion it is to decide to turn to God. What a conversion it is to decide that he is really the source of life and source of strength and source of all that we need, rather than ourselves and all of the things that we typically pursue in our sinful, very distorted perspective. And so God says, I'll wait. Now, while he waits, he will spank, and he will cause us to hopefully want him. Oh, people of Zion, who live in Jerusalem, you will weep no more. He will be gracious if you will ask for help. He will surely respond to the sound of your cries. Though the Lord gave you adversity for food and suffering for drink, he will still be with you to teach you. You will see your teacher with your own eyes. So God waits. He gives us adversity for food and suffering for drink. In other words, God waits, but he also stimulates. That rhymes. He waits, and he seeks to create in us a desire for him. Why? So that he can be gracious to us, so that he can favor us and show us his love. And so the passage is talking about God does bring into our lives things that are painful, but the only reason he does is so that we will see our need for him, so that we will turn to him. Why? So that he will be gracious to us beyond all that we have ever known. Our God is so willing to put up with us in order to be gracious to us. Is that amazing? You know, we have a great God. And it just really amazes me in my own life how I can say that, and yet I too, like the children of Israel, have my little escape plans that I can do without even thinking about them. God is waiting for me to put the little escape plans away so that I can come to wholly and completely lean on him and depend on him to be my sufficiency. Well, it's later in the week than normal. It's Thursday, not Monday. But I hope for the rest of this week you will let God be the source of your life so that he can bless you, so that he can be gracious to you. God is waiting so that you and I will turn to him and receive his grace. Love you.